So we're back with another set and forget trader, and I think this trader by far has the most impressive results that I have ever seen, and I've been able to meet him in person, which I personally think is a pleasure. He thinks it's a pleasure to meet me. I think it's a pleasure for me to meet him. So I want to give a big welcome to Dennis. We have flown him out all the way from Germany. Now we had a mastermind here in Miami, so I appreciate your time, Dennis.
Thanks. It's a pleasure to be here, man.
How was the flight from Germany? How long was it?
Easy, 10 hours. Was okay.
Not that bad.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Jet lag?
No, not yet. Maybe on the way back.
Probably.
I'm not sure.
Probably.
It's going to hit me.
How has this Miami experience been compared to living in Germany? I already see the two completely different scenarios. How does it feel?
I mean, it's a blast since the first minute I arrived here. I mean, it's not comparable to Germany at all, right? I mean, the lifestyle is different. Until right now, it's a blast. It's surreal. It's like a dream. It's pure motivation.
You want to know what I think is surreal? I think your results are not saying that because it's just insane. Just like seeing you here and the fact that like what I've been able to teach you have gotten you those results. I think it's absolutely phenomenal that you've been able to do that. I
mean, I'm into trading now 8 years, right? I tried a lot, and let's say honestly, what really clicked was when I joined the Set and Forget family, right? So that brought many things together. And at the end, this was really a game changer for me, which accelerated my trading and put it to the next level.
How much have you made from trading?
I mean, well over 6 figures.
Say the number. Say how much you've made. Say how much you made. This year, just say this year alone.
This year, I mean, it was about 400K.
400K this year, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you,
bro.
man.
I think there's 4 months left in the year. I think you can easily surpass the $500,000 mark without a doubt. Not because you've already had results, but because of what I think that you've created, I think you can do for the rest of your life. And plus the people you've just met here today and the experience you just had, I feel like that's just going to drive you to that little bit extra you need. And if you really push it, bro, you can close the mill off in this year.
Appreciate it, man. So that's really, I mean, the like-minded people here during this weekend, I mean, it's amazing. I think this is really what really accelerates everything and the family and this mindset thing. I think that's really what is needed.
So taking it a couple steps back, right? You said you've been trading for 8 years now. How old are you?
I'm 38.
38. So you've been trading since you're 30. How did you come across trading?
I mean, basically 2015, I lived quite a while in the US, and this was my first contact with trading. I had some time, and pretty much after the first couple of days, I decided that's it.
And then you've been consistently watching the markets for 8 years, or did you have an on and off period?
No, I mean, I tried pretty much everything besides options. But I'm constantly watching, right? I'm constantly interested in the finance sector, and I mean, I never got rid of trading. I went through all the ups and downs. From my personal opinion, this is what you have to go through. Otherwise, you're not gonna appreciate what this skill actually is and can, obviously create. So yeah, it was a hard way.
Definitely, it's not easy. Like it's a hard journey to understand at the beginning, but I feel like once you understand the skills, so once you understand the actual strategy, it's actually easy. Let's be honest.
I mean, Set and Forget is just a pure simplicity, right? As I said, I mean, I've seen a lot, but the simplicity is key, right? With the patience, at the end of the day, I mean, less is more.
Yep. I heavily think that a lot of people don't understand what that means to the fullest of an extent, because you are used to working a job. The more you work, the more you make. And when you come into the trading, you think the more hours in trading, the more you're making. That's not the case at all.
Absolutely.
When you are in front of your job, clocked in, the more you're clocked in, the more you're going to make. So you're almost expecting to have that same approach to the markets. But the market doesn't know you're clocked in. Doesn't care.
No.
Doesn't care if you're clocked in or not.
It doesn't care at all.
How many hours a week would you say you're in front of the charts?
I would say 3 to 4 hours a day.
Okay.
It's still a lot. It's still, I mean, I'm still working on that to reduce it.
Okay.
Right? But that's still, I mean, I'm testing still different approaches, but the main approach is set and forget.
100%. So you obviously have a completely different time zone than I have here. We were talking about it earlier. You have a beautiful time zone to be able to trade London and New York at the same time. Would you consider that that's helped you?
Absolutely. I mean, that's a big pro. For the European area, I mean, having the chances to see everything during daytime. I mean, as we said, and as we all know, that the mindset is key. I mean, you have to be ready if you approach the markets, and I'm not sure if you guys here have to approach it during nighttime. Mm-hmm. I think this could impact negatively at the end of the day some decisions.
And then what would you say would be one of your biggest barriers that you had before set and forget? What was the one thing that you just didn't understand that just was like, bro, what is it? I don't get it. And what does set and forget clarify?
Risk management.
Nice.
I mean, I was able to talk to some guys in the Discord today, and everyone is focused on the absolute numbers. I told them, guys, you got to get focused on the percentages, right? Because it doesn't matter how big is your account, the percentage on the day, on the week, on the month is important. And then when you can do it with $100, you can do it with 100,000. That's not a problem.
What do you target per month?
I have no target. I mean, I take what the market gives me. I mean, it depends on the opportunities.
Okay.
I have no specific pair. I mean, whenever the setup presents itself, let's go for it.
That's something that a lot of people are very confused with the way I trade and the way we all trade. They see that I have 15 pairs on the watch list. They're like, how do you trade all those pairs at the same time? It's like, bro, I'm not.
The question today was, should I focus on one pair? If you have the patience, you can wait for it. Then you wait maybe forever, right? Yep. If you have 15 pairs, I mean, whenever the setup comes up, you take it.
Because it's the same strategy, the same approach on any pair. You can do it anywhere.
Exactly.
You've been seeing what we've been doing on Bitcoin.
100%, yeah.
You've been seeing that, right?
It applies to gold, it applies to everything.
So I think that is the most underrated thing about the set and forget strategy, that you don't only have to focus on GJ. You don't only have to focus on NAS, only on US30, because that right there, you're just limiting yourself to one pair. And the fact that you're only limiting yourself to one pair, let's say that pair is choppy for 3-4 weeks, that's where people blow their accounts, enter losing streaks, and they just mess with the psychology. Because let's say that pair, the weekly is bullish, the daily is bearish, and the 4 hours is choppy. What are you trading? You're trading something that doesn't make any sense. We only trade pro-trend pairs, the pairs that are odd trending. What? Yeah, it might not be a nice pair like AUD, NZD, but who cares? It's a high probability setup. You know what I mean? Exactly. I don't care if I'm only targeting 40 pips, but if I have a 10 pip stop loss, that's a 1 to 4 risk to reward. You're going to definitely 100%. Be profitable. What would you say, other than risk management, was one of the main things that changed it completely for you, that have driven you to your $400,000 in profit in trading?
Patience. Patience and the confidence into the setup. Right? I mean, the chart time, you have to put in the work, and you have to take every setup once it hits all your check marks, right? But at the end of the day, being able to sit on your hands and do nothing, not getting overwhelmed by your emotions, and this is, I guess, key to the whole story.
So you seem as a very chill person, right? You seem like you're just very down to earth, you're very relaxed. Have you always been like this, or has trading gotten you to that?
Again, I said, I mean, I've gone through everything. Yeah. And emotions are still there right now. I mean, after this weekend, there's no other way than to be chilled. But, I mean, for sure, emotions still hit me today. I mean, no one wants to lose. If you lose, I mean, the emotions come up. We talked about this earlier. So, still there, but still working. Every day, try to improve.
What would you say is one of the main factors that keeps you going?
I mean, the independence. This right here, which is pure motivation, right? The flexibility to do whatever, whenever you want.
Do you consider you have that now?
I do have that now.
Congratulations, bro. Congratulations, bro. So obviously we all go through a lot of things in trading, whether coincidentally some of the hardest things of your life would happen at the same time you're learning this trading career. And it happens at the same time you blew your account, happens at the same time you failed your challenge. Very tragic things that happen. Did you go through something through your personal life?
Absolutely. I mean, and that's what I told the guys, what I told everyone who's asking. You have to go through this. You have to go through mental breakdown because this is going to prove if you want to do this really, then you stick to it. If not, I guess many people are just quit. Yeah. So I've gone through this, but I'm still here after 8 years. I mean, I blew many accounts. Yeah?
100%. Yeah.
I mean. You have to go through everything, otherwise you do not appreciate this kind of skill.
And then now, what would you say would be your next goal, right? So you've obviously surpassed, you're over the first mountain, now you're heading to the next mountain. What would you say is your next thing?
I have no numbers. I mean, I want to be consistently profitable, and then whatever the market, opportunity is there, I will take it. I have no numbers.
What would be your biggest tip you can give out there to Dennis 5 years ago when he was first starting his journey?
Focus on percentages and try to build patience and get your emotions under control.
You want to know what's crazy? I've asked you the same question, different angles, and you answered the same way. That's how you know you have extreme clarity with the mistakes you were making and what got you to your success.
I mean, you learn every day. The market is teaching you every single day.
Yep. I think that's huge. Like, you know exactly what you were failing at and what's going to give you now your following success. So, you know, if you make a mistake, you know how to fix it. You know where you did it wrong. Do you break your rules?
Sure. I still, until today, I still break my rules. But, and my mistakes are just smaller than in the during the beginning, right? I mean, I still have emotions. I still don't want to lose, yeah? But I cut the losers earlier and know what I'm doing right now.
Did you lose with me today on GBP?
No trade today.
I was pissed off.
No
this
trade
morning.
today.
I was
know
mad.
that. I know that.
Bro, because I mean, I hate the wickouts.
Did you see it? It turned around.
No way. I have to check. I haven't seen it. It went up?
Yeah.
No way, dude.
V-shaped recovery, man.
It completely went up?
Yeah.
No way. Bro, buy a pip, dude. Wow. Wow. Bro, literally buy a pip, dude. Holy.
No,
Yeah.
that's just trading, huh?
Wow. I mean, yeah. Obviously, not that I don't but you know, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
part of the game.
but I say the one thing that still gets to me are the wickouts. Because it's like, you always want to avoid that. It's impossible to avoid it. I could have literally avoided it by having a 1 pip more of a stop loss. But sometimes that 1 pip more of a stop loss can completely change your risk to reward ratio, can change your risk. And sometimes you don't need it. You know, so like I said, I don't really care. It just sucks. You know what I mean? It's annoying. It's just like, let's say you're driving down the road and you see a big pothole and you hit it. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to keep going, you know?
It happens. It's part of the game.
What would you say would be one of the factors with outside of trading, right? Like, is there anything in your family? Did they support you when it comes to the markets, or they did not? Like, is this something common in your family?
No, not so much. I mean, I'm actually on the contrary, right? So that's why I'm looking for like-minded people. This is very important. I mean, that you find people who know what you're talking about and surround yourself with those people in order to accelerate. Because otherwise it's going to be much harder. If you don't have, you know, the backup from your family, from whomever, from your spouse, it's going to be even more difficult.
How have the guys helped you out?
It's a blast. As I said at the beginning, it's amazing. I mean, I do hope that this whole mastermind is gonna evolve. That traders can exchange experience. Everyone has a different style, right? And this needs to be, you know, we need to be used in order to improve every single one's trading.
What would be one of the things you say trading changed you as a person? So, for example, before I was a very impatient person. I was a very aggressive person. But now trading has turned me into a person where I know when now to be aggressive and I know when to not be aggressive. Before, it was just all the time aggressive. What has trading changed you personally?
I mean, I'm very grateful for what I have, right? I always try to keep my feet on the ground. Doesn't matter how big the account is. Doesn't matter how big your profit is. I know that tomorrow, if this is a bad day, everything could be gone, technically, right? So I'm very grateful. But patience, impatience is still there. Working, as I said, every day on my skill set.
What have you done with your profits?
Compounding, man.
You compound them? Okay. You've withdrawn?
Yeah, into Bitcoin.
Thrown out into Bitcoin?
Crypto, Bitcoin, yes.
Okay. That's very, very interesting. These guys, they've answered that they withdraw their profits and then they just buy stuff. You know what I mean?
For sure. A watch here, something, but minor things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, when you make $500,000, you know, you could do a lot with it. you could be proud of it, bro. You don't have to downplay what you've done, bro. I think it's huge, man. You've achieved what not only 99% of the traders don't achieve, which is being successful in trading, but you're about to reach $500,000 in trading in one single year. You're making more money than any professional out there. You're making more money than most entrepreneurs out there. And I think next year, if you keep compounding and you keep with this, you will be a millionaire from trading, bro. You will be a millionaire. Bro.
I hope.
Bro, you will be.
Maybe it does not. I still do not believe how successful I am sometimes. Really?
You want to know what, bro? I think that's a good thing. I think that is something that is going to get you to the next level because you're not satisfied with what you have, but in a good way, right? There's a lot of people that are not satisfied with what they have and then they fuck up because they just lose it all. And a lot of people think they overvalue themselves. Some people, they make a lot of money and then they think they're the shit, but then they lose it all as well. You've made it all. You understand that there's still risk of losing it and you're very humble about it, but you're going to still keep growing to keep going. And I think that's a huge thing, bro.
Because I lost almost everything.
How?
That's why, that's why I, acting like this.
How?
Yeah.
How'd you almost lose everything?
I mean, as I said, during the 8 years, I went through all ups and all downs.
You want to
right?
discuss your biggest down?
I mean, it was about 80K in 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Gold. Totally going crazy, not accepting the trend, right? Revenge trading, overwhelmed by emotions. I mean, this mental breakdown, I mean, it took me about 3 to 4 weeks. No trading, no charts, no nothing, right? And after that, I said, okay, I'm still here. So then I decided to do this now the right way.
Wow, that's crazy. Was that all of the money that you had at the time? How did you recover from that?
I built pretty much everything up from an account with $2,000.
Really? Up to what?
Yeah, up to where I am today.
You've turned 2,000 to $500,000?
In quite some time, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Brother, you're a beast. You're making my 100 to $1 million look like shit.
No.
It's a good thing, bro. I think that's absolutely phenomenal. So now, I now knowing that very specific detail, what is your secret to doing that? People swear there's a secret. What is the secret?
There's no secret.
Exactly.
I mean, there's no secret. Just follow your plan. Just be, grateful that you have this opportunity today. It's as easy to make money with trading if you follow the plan, right? But you got also. It's important to understand that there's risk to it, right? You can lose it all.
What are you risking now per trade?
Depending on if it's a B setup, it's up to 5%. If it's an A+ setup, even more. And if it's a C setup, then something between 2 and 3%.
Nice. That's the set and forget strategy for right there. You're grading your setups. How did that help you?
Tremendously, as I said, it clicked. So many things during the last 8 years, I mean, came together, right?
Uh-huh.
And again, I can just say it. The simplicity, the charts makes it way, way easier. But at the end of the day, I mean, I love it.
And then when you first started your account at 2,000, what were you risking to get to the point where you are now?
I mean, there was no risk management at that.
Yeah,
I mean, we talked about this as well. I mean, with $100, with 2,000, you cannot, work with risk management, right? This comes up if you have 20, 30, 50K, then you can, consider proper risk management. But other than that, it's just flipping, trying, and a big portion of luck at the end of the day.
Yep. And then now I understand why you're saying patience is such a big factor. That's very, very interesting. What would you say is your top pair if you were to pick one?
I don't have one.
Amazing. That's the answer I'm looking for,
I don't
bro.
have one.
People don't understand that, bro. People literally don't understand there's no such thing as a top pair. It's just a strategy, and you can do that thing on anything. You can replicate it on everything. I think this is amazing. Dennis, I want to see you again almost 6 months from now at the end of the year. I want to see where you scaled your account. I want to see you back on a part 2, just how I did with Alec. Alec was making 25K on his biggest payout. He scaled to 35, I think almost 40K in the payout. I want you to finish this year for sure above $500,000, bro.
Okay.
I think you can definitely do it.
Let's do that.
I appreciate you coming all the way from Germany, bro.
Thank you.
It's the beginning of something great,
Thanks
bro.
for having me, man.
See you guys in the next one.